Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo
of the situation.
Very well.
And I think so we follow event now. There are a lot of questions that will naturally come to you. You might want to see clarity or some clarification. Because to be very honest with you, Samra, I didn't call you no more kind of radios we be I think that my shouldn't pay much attention to because now my vested interest in other areas are not measured there.
Okay.
And the material radios are man for a car. So all this one I thought to say be a natural disaster NSC.
Okay.
Later I mean who says I am mind made. No, I was shocked. So why somebody would deliberately spill water? I bet me cause such an extensive damage. According to report from the grounds, and I think in the last 40 years, this is the biggest disaster.
Oh.
Nipano, I experience it. We've seen disasters around the world everywhere. Even Accra say they see a war. Your friend is a circle, no. Even though there are some undertones are human made because you try your way are choking in as if we could have done something about it. But senipa does any better spill water, water now causes such an extensive damage. And you're babbled through this point. You don't see any decisive action from government. Sabi, the individuals responsible or culpable for doing this, and at least you better be hold you more accountable. At least position you come one by now. I think by now come on for see for my pending investigation. But my catcher was a corona a woman no. I did find the consequences. A bit I did find a conventional deterrence. Establishes say these are the red lines. Once you cross them, you don't need me or Alaska or any other person to tell you say, hey, you've gone overboard. And for your own interest and for the respect you have for the people, no step down. You see, stepping down no doesn't always warrant say we are guilty. But sometimes no, it's a way of watering public anger na se for abawa manfom na wankasa wa value for investigation na se for because say ka say analyze causes na se for no yes you saying leadership failure can largely be accounted for what has happened because sanka dam no you see reservoirs na se for no say dam no e bro so a there are avenues you have spill water ni kogu my who say your reservoir na say eduru baby na hochire ba you can use something like reverse osmosis say your water no come back because we've had instances in the past where we were told say Akosombo dam no every year Emma President Kufuor say asofo ya say bi omo edi yawua besi anei ese say omo call say omo kwakobom paya ma Akosombo da ensu abam na nya dama Ghana nkwana mi say yakogina dam ho say yebom paya ma na fele Alaska. From that time, we see a successive government. Obia never envisaged the possibility of encountering such a situation. I am building reservoir dams and as because that is not part of our plan. But Alaska, say your chance you use a dam now, because a conscious and deliberate decision you be making, and in that organizational level, no, so person will take such a decision. Alaska, you sit down and do analysis. Proud no, share the amount of water you let go. Now the kind of risk assessment how by the kind of damage are likely to cause. Cause water no was spilling no. Water where ekogum and I will drive on back to where a heifer. What driver no? What are the intent? Anticipation is a heifer and water no call. So if all these things were not done, then nipa free so say yanya na yan spill ma who justification man for them radios no TV so yes say yan spill dam no be say like water lights will shut it down. So Alaska, let's do this comparative analysis. The lives of people are more voter region as compared to lights in Asabi, ebenya damage in Asafo no. At the end of the day, if you want to do analysis, clear analysis, now what this nema we go and say near this balance. Oh yeah. There is no sensible person who value said dam says ebenya damage be over the lives of individuals.
Exactly.
And we are talking about life a man for live Alaska. So when we are branching what the 30 years, what the 40 years, mama if we be the 80 years or be away, nem kwana nyina na japadia watena sia branya nyina e woni krom maybe so if water region e hona wote e hona wo japadia nyina e wo na Alaska abada sorry na yesi enye disaster na nipa desani be bia nsuo ana nsuo na be fa nipa akrom hofo nyina tete nsuo ni tza adwene U TV tensuani, nipa nanano tensuani, akora tensuani, ohene tensuani. To the extent say Alaska ne hospital nyina tensuani. And then so call omo mortuary efunu nyina no sabi ensu afa efunu. Then you ask yourself say answer na decision you be making no. What are some of the thought echo because Alaska at that level you don't just take decision at the behest of your personal emotions and I said the officer said that is right. Now yeah. Such decision are far-reaching consequences. Now, Alaska, at least, so what can I say? Now we all this. Your friend saying impact assessment, the risk assessment, and so forth. But answer I will be so very clearly. Alaska, your national disaster management, which to me I think say itself is a disaster because not more a disaster. Now come on, party boys and girls, party regional organizers from your friend saying. Since 92 years, NADMO has always been an avenue for party boys in regional organizer. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which party is in power. NDC, MPP will be a party for a job for the boys. So the kind of requisite expertise in intelligence are over has a board. No, you don't find it. The NADMO Kruma, I do a money foam apart from a nanga. Yeah, kind of disaster now. It's all about a more foam, and your friend is saying, that is our Nadbu, the Omoya, I don't know. But never on the money panel, one can we have. Nadbu is an Alaska. So Nadmo itself is a disaster. But let us assume without admitting, say, what Nadma Sabi, or yeah, we are all in a Juma. Answer such a spillage will happen. Alaska, what you do, you say, after so your risk assessment, you know who the impact and some of the even your friend there be unintended consequences. Oh, your policy. There are some consequences, but unintended. The policy objective, you know, and can but it's likely to say at the baba. So when you do the assessment, now who the possibility of some of these unintended because many say omo be soon say omo be shada be same for nipa then as for so but when envisage those unintended consequences now then you know say there is a likelihood say such a situation may occasion. So you engage NADMO and proud no Alaska. That is why this makeshift buildings and as for you move the people from the red zone by providing accommodations in as for them. But me to say yes. VRA boss be say almost then you catch almost a free ho and almost ho no me say you did power ko school etia ne ka serious Jessica say me timi krom emfa say be behind dan na me spenters na ban aba say ye ba be nsu agumusu nti monko me ko hefa but meanwhile no asase no kra your mudi na ban na begide aye dam it doesn't yes me use Alaska no you see we know say yes I get it there is a danger looming and you know say because pre-informing the people you know say that danger will be coming you are visiting danger on the people so I know the day no answer now to avert say nupa life and come no you provide avenue for them say move from when they come to properties and as for subsequently no government can deal with it but the life of a human being no Alaska won't me exchange for anything so you provide this thing for people but yanyes anyama we not moving as for na soldier for the navy for I say they didn't do all these things until say just spilling so no e man for nipa ahemfu nyina tete nso ani no Alaska at that point you know and I see engage NADMO na omumra be den omumma che mo na anwa na what the mo na anwa no manipa na okono no he ana say ahoye zuzule zuo se ho am betena so yes on betena kodo so anu anwa mo anasa hefa Alaska enti asem we are making wahu so wutie ma ya but ninyina bring it to bear the kind of people who are leading us the decisions they make they are very crucial and it will your friend is a great impact no consequences on the lives of everybody and politics the decisions that we make makacha say are far-reaching consequences and I keep telling people who sit on the sidelines and say made the politics in farming Ghana we any fear nye now no me catch Captain Smart say imagine you being at the voter region and you've told yourself say politics media and farming hon the ombeye bia no because you think that you don't matter whatever decision that is taken bia on fa hon and now wabra na wato TV wato laptop wato air condition wa abrante wa CC wo demu somebody sitting somewhere and make an appointment, who is a political appointment, it will be a busy baby, and the decision the person is making, you know, far-reaching consequences on your life to the extent, say, every single thing you have toiled for in your entire life, you know, is gone. One kasa wutensuani.
I've heard as we go in TV.
Your friend is saying, and so now what tell you know, Alaska, the consequences, and ya the kuru adiketwo, because and so now for a funu, afa toilet, sabi.
That's right.
Afa, your friend is saying, mura, one friend is saying, bola. So I mix it, and nipa nemu, then I say for,
and to come through the.
And so you are nipa Alaska. So the consequences. Far-reaching, even after this whole Nyama event where AC a free man. Subsequently, no, who is monitoring who to check? Says Sebi, I don't know by now. Nipa no health and as for saying, they don't care about all these things. Anti-politics in Debia Mekase. We are young man, and now we will be. We all have a stake in this country called Ghana. Say what Tenasi Nasa was a win yet. Nasa man for nya. Yes, see a twaba. So what's on twaba Nasa Moko twaba Sebi Timamuhuna. That is why it is quite imperative for everybody to come on board and know, say, politics na no, and you'll be my media, and you'll be papa dear, and you'll be a japa dear, but it is our collective effort, your collective voice, as be added to the conversation, the discourse, no, a bit me up, boy, I'm a chatty, a new part, Sebi Ghana, Beko, Alaska. Back to the president commenter after the airwaves, and then as a forum. My catch the people say, when it comes to Akufo-Addo, I am not surprised. Because whenever he's off script, he doesn't make, sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense. Whenever he's off script, and there has been instances that Akufo-Addo could baby na say intro speech ngo krata so man na ono engage people verbally. His communication has been nothing but a disaster. So he has gained certain notoriety for those reckless talk. We discussed the situation in Kumasi.
That's right.
When Kumasi na the friend saying you can't vote basket of the MPP hold free. A man for a complaint said, Mr. President, ya kwano, ya something region the unhwe. Uti asaba kachiromo. Obekai.
I see sir.
Edu abatono to manu ko promote no mo pa mo fanya dombe. Emfa ho. That is voter region, one of the chiefs catcher said, Mr. President, you blog na babesi o hasen brana wa minister na meto aso ka chen say ohene ni osika on fan koto aso no nsi. There's a president throwing us a cheeky words to Obi, because you have a duty, you have a responsibility as a president. Even so when you're ready krana, you find a way to console and speak to these people. But Alaska, that was the kind of comment the president made. So obekaya yakoto about techiman ye bo nipa to ma videos no eba abonte ma obi ahu bi. A man for expressive shock and for hoping say maybe in the heat of the elections, you know, and Alaska and subsequently, you know, as a civilized democratic dispensation, you womb and that government said be gaining some recognition when it comes to democracy in as a fortunately your president so a human rights celebrated human rights lawyer Alaska and you know. Say you call election yakubo nipa tuwa obviously no say at storm no settle subsequently no there will be justice. What has na make can say Alaska, nothing of that sort happened. The president went back to Techiman na order him for no kwakokasa. Then he went there, looked them in their faces and told them say mo me buafu mo pa Techiman ya him for no kan say we chiro mo yo me buafu mo pa na ma creative region amamo Nȧked region ama Techiman for and ama him for na for eduru about for no man to amame.
After killing the people and subsequent non-action going back there, no, the first thing you do is to visit the family. The president never visited the family. None of them. He never visited the family when he went to Techiman. He was so much concerned about the vote. So if somebody tells you Akufo-Addo is a vindictive person, that is what it means. And yes, it will be conjecturing, just trying to put way together. And that's will be here. Because it will be a vindictive, a innate characteristic that is embedded in the person. And that is who you are. You can't do away with it. So when he went to the ground, you know, that innate characteristic of the president came to bear. He couldn't hide the way he was feeling. He said, my tenacia creative region, I'm some to Abama Motea, man to Abama me. Na me buafu mo pa. So Alaska, going to voter region,
so nipa no their faces are beaming with grief. There is this veil of hopelessness that is hanging because their belongingness, everything is gone. You don't know where the next meal is coming from. What lose you everything? Obi what toilet for everything? We see just everything is gone. Yes, there are some conspiracy theory, and when it comes to politics, my catch is a perception is part of politics. There are those who sit down, conjecture, and come out with a whole lot of some theories. Say, almost and you see, those conspiracy, I don't go into that particular realm.
But we should deal with the real issue.
Yes, because those things you can't even substantiate them with anything. But Alaska, the fact remains here. President Wako who said the 1 year to 2 months. Their pain was visible
for everyone to see.
The pain the people were going through, both psychologically, whatever, was so palpable to the extent that you can't even touch their pain. These are people among self to go among near to go hopeless. Now, President Wako, Alaska Makacha said, we are President. You carry the soul of the nation, and whenever the nation faces grief, that is when you come to your friend said the fray and prove say you are commander in chief, and you carry the people on your wings, and you don't carry the people with anything money, with your words. So Bekaya,
that's right.
Abra September 11th attack in the United States of America. Go back and check the speech. Your friend say George Bush and McKee, and that particular speech, you know, and characterizing the whole presidency, because now it was very, very deep. So as president, as him through a number at the situation I so a defining moment.
So it has to be more Ghanaian.
More Ghanaian. You identify yourself with the soul. The people are going through the pain, everything. That is no time for you to be reminding them who voted for you and who didn't vote for you. It is obvious. Akraketo or class 1 when you so voter regional, they don't normally vote for MPP. That is a fact. You can't do anything about it. So you don't need to go there and remind them at the time they are grieving. And it's a fact. If you go to your friend Ashanti region, they vote for MPP. You don't need to go there and remind them. Say they vote for MPP. That is the decision, collective decision made by the people based on whatever reasons that is up to them. You can choose a day, go there and tell them, say, but not on this occasion. On this occasion, there is no room for politics. So you don't go there and tell the people, say, because say, we are president, you carry the soul of the nation. At that time of grief, when you are speaking, you have to have your back at the wall. There will be no space. You don't leave no spaces. So you don't tell people, you don't tell the people, say, I will try to do something. That word is unpresidential.
I will try.
I will try to do something. You see, and America say, I follow American politics a lot. So I know the value people commit to some presidential speeches and so forth, because it has become a subject among for a researcher, and people have PhD in studying American president and so forth. They're almost steady. Their speeches, great speeches, and some more kind you analyze. So we are president as seen through number. It's very key. So you put yourself at the wall. So be a some now obekano. Say me for be punch you krana a far reaching way, but because what guard it. But when you walk away from the wall, next space is waha. I'm for the Omunsabe Uda as some now can answer him and say exactly what is happening. Alaska. So you don't tell the people, say you try and do something. At that point, you assure them, you give them hope, you inspire them, you carry them along, and you assure them, say, whoever is responsible for this will definitely face the law. Because Alaska, this particular action, and yeah, as a gravel over, because a deliberate decision, conscious decision, somebody sat down and says, it is the life of the people versus your friends at the dime, and the person chose the dime over the life of the people.
Or bought properties,
yes,
rather than lives.
The fight is a nippon, I don't know, it doesn't mean anything, because the sea was so extensive to the sense, amount for life could have. As so far, Chinese oh, China
near why fish pond and now we voter will
Afana Kuno. Oh, but you say in our society we don't value human life. The media discussion there, you don't even hear say I'm for Candy. It is about other stuff, the political component of it, and you visit on.
So now, in this on the Casa sparking that political way.
I think the politics in the Burma President Akufo-Addo call her. And that is highly responsible. You don't do that. And you see, he has never been a person who said Nekasa build national cohesion or some kind of integration, because as president, that is what you do. But as a politics, always you find people on the other side. Always, that is because people have their ideological, your friends, leanings, biases, whatever.
And to you, no president, one disappointed.
Oh, Akufo-Addo is so predictable. And Alaska, Obi Otimico Jira function, I say I have one national anthem or so, and I'm sorry. National anthem, you know, to Nensa. Yes. President to a new part for Obama, no. That's a way or no in a camera than so. Alaska, and last time I catch us presidency, and you joke. Ebi I hano. Sada ya brabone ya setena ne sabi ohia ne sabi nsamfo ahye nipa adwene mu a yamfa nyansa anya bibia adenti no. We don't add value to some of these things, but elsewhere being a president is a serious business. And if you obo cry wa sekire obo cry, it has meanings. So being conversant with these things in Alaska, whenever you are acting, you'll be very, very careful. You'll be measured in the amount where you feel number. But your president Akasa Alaska, sometimes no one says some free no but to me I think that those things there I feel the wobisunya a innate characteristic, and these things stem me from your upbringing.
Hey, so you sideways lawyer Amaliba.
I said then
lawyer Amaliba say a poor upbringing or your poor upbringing.
Yes.
And you sideways.
Oh yeah, stem me from those things, because you see, my name, I don't want to take you back, but sir, that is what it means. That is what it means, because you see, whenever you dwell much relevance on yourself, you don't feel the way others feel.
Okay.
So at the time, you need to exercise some modicum of maybe emotional intelligence. At the time, I'm for no, you see it as business as usual.
And self-centered.
Oh, Alaska. People who Makacha say leader obejina simpie so or kasa or tell you the word I. Those people don't become successful. Among for seek it so obedini panim or tell you the word I and a me no. So obisa who obisa na Alaska men ni na chinko to aba masa ni pano. People who are comfortable using the word I, seeking to be a leader. Self-centered, right. Selfishness, greed. That is what you find. So Alaska media see anyamengwa, but I'm just hoping say yantina kuruma wa ho. Na ye establish certain conventional deterrents be asebi. Ya draw the red lines in the sand. These are actor we are. Now no make actually be say we a stater. There are a lot of things that you can do, but there are two key things you should never do. That is showing weakness and showing mercy.
Okay.
When America, yes, your friends say world superpower, and then as a phenomenon. No. How often do you see America going to war? But you see, they deliberately project their military might over the war. Say, they offer some kind of deterrence
to others.
So exactly. War air course between Palestine and your friends saying Israel. One of their your friends career way see Mediterranean Sea so. They are projecting those minds to other state and non-state actors. Say, don't get involved in this particular war. Israel and Palestine, so when you now get involved, we are here watching you. So I'm not justifying those things, but I'm saying, say, they project this might out there just to set some kind of deterrence. So when now, these are the red lines. Once you cross them, there are consequences. Alaska, those are the things that we need to establish here. So politics now and your business as usual. There are consequences for actions be any pan baba. You be create a culture be na Alaska din se munu obi anya no hwe. Enti emphasis station ya muti. Ochina oba ukofie no to camera na de ko. Obi anka hwe. Ochina another producer eba no so to microphone no de ko. Alex kwa no to computer ba ko no de ko. After 1 week time baba na hwe ni ha say.
Very well.
And the station cannot function.
And when you establish conventional deterrence, Alaska 2 Mike and all the core, you know, these are the consequences. And we're facing obey. And you see, when you're punishing people, you don't punish them in the dark. The main purpose of punishment is a man for to send a message. So you punish the person, sabaya man for who say, ah, I did we Alaska, the consequences, you know, maybe. Mekwaya.
I'm not pending serious. So far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Ah, nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, I am pending TV.